I think you prefer Munster tragedy to Villa success.
Or Leinster success, or any success of any kind, it turns out.
No, I unlike you, when anybody Irish succeeds, I feel joy in my heart. I wish you nothing but the best. How could Leinster continue to develop and evolve unless we have a local rivalry that has some merit to it?
When anybody Irish succeeds, you mean like an Irish head coach of another team, which would be totally reasonable.
Ireland needs a strong Munster. It's bad for Ireland that Munster are currently at the low ebb they're at.
Yeah, well, I always thought Leinster supporters had a very morally straight compass, and then the camera pans to Ronan, Gara, and there's widespread booing from you.
Why did they
Not
boo?
from me. I wasn't at the game.
I think you booed at home.
I did not boo at home. I would never boo Ronan Gara.
Why do you think they booed?
That's nonsense. Just so I nail that. What?
Why do you think they booed?
Because of all the trip to Cork and all the Munster fans cheering for. That was it.
Isn't it
because of all the trip to Cork? What was wrong with the trip to Cork?
Nothing's wrong with it. But what the whole point of that? Okay, obviously it was logistically superior to travel to Cork and then to travel to Dublin, and I'm sure it made a lot of sense. But equally, it was to engage and ignite a fan base to try and bring more, because the number of La Rochelle fans was going to be quite small, and you want somebody on your side in the ground. And the Leinster fans are like, well, this is supposed to be our stadium. It's just a rivalry. It's what it should be. No?
The booing stemmed from fear, wasn't it? So they booed him because he's the guy who's destroyed their dreams for the last 2 years.
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. But is that not what a rivalry is supposed to be? You're supposed to have that rivalry.
It wasn't a rivalry till Saturday evening.
Okay. But Munster are supposed to have that rivalry with Leinster. Leinster are supposed to have that rivalry.
And that day will come again. Rory will win a major and Munster will compete. It will happen. There is a world ahead.
One of those things might happen.
Anyway, commiserations to Munster on losing a game they weren't even playing on. To the Munster fans, rather.
But it's not. I was just curious as to why.
A lot of silence on the Munster rugby fan accounts over the weekend, wasn't there? It was almost like, they watched the women's game, but not the game involving their most famous son. It was like, was there another match on I didn't see?
Did you see the way he took defeat so well, Ronan? I mean, we're going to hear from him after the performance rankings, and he just took it so well.
Sorry, go on, Ronan.